In the Fox 7 Care Force, a closer look at that transition to the civilian workforce. Being from the military means there are many advantages, but it also means there are challenges. A recent survey from the University of Phoenix bears that out. Joining us to explore that is Marine Corps veteran Eric Ryan with the University of Phoenix. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you, Mike.
First of all, tell us about this survey.
We conducted a Harris poll really to look into what people were experiencing as they transitioned out of the military, as they went through transition assistance, and once they transitioned out and how that changed. And we think we got some really interesting results.
What are the big takeaways or things that you found out through this survey?
What I take away from it is really things that I can apply to my own personal experience as well. But it seems to be really a disconnect in understanding the types of skills that are going to be needed in the transition, but also understanding that, there's two groups who are really looking for each other and struggling to find one another. And that's your transitioning military member, your veteran coming out of the military with a wealth of knowledge and amazing skills that they've developed over that time, and employers out there who are looking for these people. But the veterans, the transition military members, they're struggling to make that connection, to connect with the employers and help them see the value that they bring, and their confidence in how well those skills are going to help them in the civilian workforce are really taking a beating. I think that's what we see.
How do the veterans learn from this survey, and how do they adjust?
I think there are some key things that veterans can do as you're transitioning out of the military to really position yourself to tell your story better. And I'll relate this to my own personal experience because this survey really spoke to me. When I left the Marine Corps in 2005, I was pretty sure I could take on the world. I really felt like I had gained some amazing skills to be really effective in the civilian workforce, leadership, time management, logistics, all of those important skills. But as I transitioned out, I was not able to get a job that made sense for the skill level and the level of responsibility that I'd held in the Marine Corps. I was building closets for, minimum wage. Good, honest work. I was proud to have it, but I knew that I could do more, but I wasn't getting calls back from those types of employers. So the biggest things that I think that veterans can do now is, number one, understand there are more things to learn. You learned amazing things in the military, and people are really looking for those skill sets. But it's important that you learn how to communicate it, and you continue to advance your education and ensure that you can tell your story to a potential employer who can then understand how that connects into their workplace.
Okay, so there are things to be learned from this. We're out of time for now, but Eric Ryan with the University of Phoenix, we thank you for taking time to speak with us.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay.